Okay, on your graphing paper, in the top left-hand corner, put your name. CCA, third period, and then you're going to call it my floor plan. Okay, you can close your Chromebooks because you're not going to need those. So, okay, so what does a floor plan look like? Shows us the layout of a house. So you are going to create the layout of a one-level house, okay, or apartment, whatever it might be. Okay, so this is just kind of a really basic view of what a floor plan can look like. Okay, so you can see in the blue are the walls. Okay, these like 2/3 of a pizza slice, okay, are the doors, and it shows you which direction the doors open to. Okay, you can see these white breaks in the walls are for windows. Okay, and so now you can see closets. So what you're going to create, all right, on your floor plan, you have to have at minimum a kitchen, dining area, a bedroom, okay, and a bathroom. Okay, so those are the minimum requirements. You can add other stuff as you wish. Okay, you can make it more intricate, or you can just have it super basic. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a corner of the house. Okay, so I'm going to come down here and I'm going to get to my corner of my house. Now, how many feet is each square worth? 1. Okay, that gives us a really small house to try to fit on here. Probably like an apartment if we go 1. All right, so up here, I'm going to kind of make a legend or a key. And I'm going to say this 1 square is equal to, you could say, 2 feet. Well, it would be 2 squared feet. Okay, if you want like a really big house, then you could do each square is worth, 5 square feet. That would be massive. 3 square feet would be 4 square feet. Okay, but just know for every square, you have to multiply it by whatever number you're converting. So, for example, all right, so the back of my house is going to look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 squares. All right. So I'm going to take 30, multiply that by 2, and guess what? That gives me 60 feet long on the back side. And then I just use my ruler to make a nice straight line along that. Okay. So the back of my house is 60 feet long.
A patio, if I could.
Okay. Now I want to know how wide this house is going to be. So now I'm going to say, okay, on this side of the house, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this side of my house is going to be 25 times 2 is 50 feet, okay, wide. All right, and then I'm just going to draw a line. Now you can draw whatever you want. You don't have to follow along with what I'm doing. Okay? All right, but on this side of my house, I'm going to think, all right, if I look at, the big picture, I'm thinking maybe down here I actually want like maybe some yard or something outside. So I don't want this side of my house as long as this side. So this side, maybe I'm going to come down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm just going to go to 20. And 20 times 2 gives me 40 square feet. All right, and then I'm just going to connect those. Now, let's say, all right, on this front side of my house, I want kind of like this, like maybe like a window seat that kind of sticks out. Okay, so maybe I'm going to count over, like I want it to be 2 feet deep. All right, so now I'm going to just kind of make a mark here. And then I'm just going to say, all right, I want it to come out something like this and then down. So really this seat, this window bench is 2, 4, 6 feet wide. All right. And then whatever angle that is. Okay. So now really it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from here to here is going to be 14 feet. And maybe I want a 16-foot room. Okay? And I'm going to say, oh, it's going to go back 2 feet, and then it's going to come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then I know that's 12 feet. All right, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have a room here, some type of room in here. Now on this side, I'm thinking, all right, I want a room. I want some space for a garage and a doorway into the house. So I'm going to come down here and say, all right, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm only going to have a 20-foot wide garage, which 20 feet is about as wide as the front of this classroom. Okay? Just to give you some perception there. So I'm going to say, all right, that's going to be 20 feet. All right, and now I'm going to come back. Let's say I'm going to go back down 4 feet and then across, so I can say, all right, this is 4 feet. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 12 feet. So I have this really nice entryway. All right, and I know that I'm going to have a door right here. And it's going to be a big door. It's going to be 4 feet wide because I'm going to have to move all my furniture in. So it's a big old door. Okay, so now I have the outline of my house. Now from here, I'm going to need to be aware of how much space I'm taking up. All right. So for my garage, I know that I want a kind of a long garage. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm just going to go 15. Okay. So 15 gives me how long on that side of my garage? 30 feet. Okay, so then I can just write like 30 feet right there. And I know it's going to be 20 feet wide because it's a beautiful square. Okay. And then I'm just going to label it garage. Okay, so now I'm going to think, all right, well, what do I want maybe my garage leading into? Maybe I want like a coat room or, a mud room or somewhere where we can change our, dirty outside clothes. That's not going to be too crazy. Maybe I want my laundry room right there. Maybe I want it going right into my kitchen. Maybe I want it going into, there's a bathroom over here. All right. Now, this is where you can get to be pretty creative. All right. And you have to have, just remember, you have to have a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom at minimum. So, depending on how big your house is or how small it is, that's what you got to have. Okay. All right. So, for my bedroom, I want like a 20-foot by 14-foot bedroom. Okay. So, in here, I'm going to say, all right, like I'm going to need some closet space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8-foot by 2-foot closet. So that's going to be, 8 feet right there, 2 feet right there. All right. And then I'm going to say, call this room next to here. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. This, let's see. So 12 feet. This is going to be 8 feet. And then I'm going to call this like my master bathroom.
I think I left my Chromebook in here. That's it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to put a door right there. Okay. So then that goes into my master bathroom. I'll just call this master bedroom. All right. And then you can just keep going to wherever, make sure you use your space and make sure you're aware of, all right, did I just make an 8-foot by 4-foot bedroom? Because if you did, you're going to go to Child Protective Services because that's a really tiny closet. That's a big size closet. Okay? So just kind of as you go through, make sure you're taking and marking, okay, how long each of your walls are going to be. Okay? So once we're done with this, then we're going to take it and we're going to put it in Tinkercad and we're going to make a 3D design of this. Okay? And it will be a lot easier when you have it all mapped out exactly how you want. Okay? Okay. Okay, so once you've created a new design, you're going to change the name to floor plan and then your desk number. Okay. Okay, and we're going to go to millimeters, and then we'll just change it to Dremel 3D 40, 45. Okay, and then we update the grid. Okay. Now I'm gonna rotate my grid so that I'm working on like the left side of it. Okay, so if you click on your cube, you can click on like left, and then you're working on the left hand side. All right, or you could go to the right, whatever. Okay. Now you are going to recreate your floor plan, but in 3D. Okay. So you start with like a box. Okay. Now, if I look down at my floor plan, I can see that it's going to be 60 feet wide. So over here, I'm just going to go 60, and we're going to do everything in millimeters. So I'm going to say, all right, 60 millimeters. Oops. Actually, I want that on this other side. Okay. Ooh, maybe we should edit that grid to let's do. Nope, we're gonna do it.
And then we can just hold if we want.
And then our wall, we'll just make it 1 millimeter wide. So we have. Oh, sorry. That's not a wall. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So what we want to do here is now we know, all right, it's going to be 40. So my floor plan, okay, just so you can see, my floor plan, I can see that I have a box here that's going to be 60 by at least 40, all right? Or if I wanted to go all the way down here where I know I have like a solid box, okay, then I could count all the way down to here and create just one big box and then add the other pieces of the box after, okay? So, for example, I'm going to say, all right, this is going to be 60 by 40, and I only want this to be like 1 millimeter thick. So you can see it's really flat. Now I look at my floor plan again. All right, so I know I have a 20 by 30 garage that I need to put in there. All right, so I can come back and say, All right, I need another. I'm just going to make a copy of this one. Okay, so I'm going to copy, paste, and I'm just going to change this one to 30 by 20. And I know that's going to fit right on here. And I just line that up. Okay, so now I got my garage there. I can go back to my floor plan. All right, I can see that, okay, I have a 14 by 20, 14 by 20 foot room right here that's on the outside. So again, I'm just going to copy, paste, move this over, and I'm just going to change it to, okay, 20. And then this one I'm going to change to 14. And then I just line that up with the edge. Okay. And so then I'm just going to keep repeating that process until I have all of my floor plan, just the outside dimensions of that all done. Okay. So I have another 12-foot square that's going to go right there. So I can paste and say, okay, so I'm going to shorten that up to 20. That's going to fit. And then I'm going to say, oops, that's going to be 12. Okay. Look again. Whoop. 24 by 12, and then I'm done. Okay. Whoop. So I'm going to say, all right, it's going to be 20. Okay. We'll see you guys. I have my outline of my floor plan. Okay, so it's thin, it's just 1 millimeter high, and it should match what I drew on my graph paper. So again, I'm just looking at the outer edge of my graph paper, and it looks just right. So I have a whole bunch of different shapes that I've put together to make that. So if I ungroup everything, I can see all the different shapes that I used to make my outline. But I just want those all grouped together, and that gives me my floor plan. Okay. Now I want to just create some walls. So again, I'm going to take a box. I may want to change the color of my box again, just to give some contrast while I look at it. Now, most walls are going to be 8 meters or 8 feet high. Okay, most ceilings are going to be about 8 feet high, unless you have a vaulted, then it can change. But the standard is about 8 feet. So, because my floor is 1 millimeter already, I want to make this 9 millimeters tall, again, because it's going to be part of, I just want 8 millimeters of the wall showing from the floor plan. And I'm going to make this 1 millimeter wide. All right, so now this is going to be kind of the basis of my wall. And on my back wall, all right, I am just going to move that till it just fits in just right. If I turn and look, all right, it runs right along the backside of my floor plan. And I know that my floor is 70, so I can go ahead and make this 70 to match. Okay, I could even drag it across there. So I'm going to do that with a couple of my outer walls just to make them 8 feet. And I just want to copy this and paste it. It just saves me a step or two in getting this the right size. So for my piece down here, all right, I just want to line these corners up. Now, I could use a ruler here to help me line these corners up. All right, and a ruler gives me, it can get a little bit confusing if um, there's too many numbers here. So basically I have this object selected, this shape, and it tells me that I'm -1 away from the center. All right, so if I put, let's see, I just put 0, and then it tells me based on that ruler. So my ruler is actually off. I want it to be right there, right on this corner. So then if I put 0, now it lines that right up. Okay. Now I want to make this, oops, side shorter. So I'm just going to grab this black one and I'm going to move it back. Now, if I grab the white one, it could make my wall wider, and I don't want to make it wider. I just want to make it shorter, and I just move it right back to there. Okay, now I've created that wall. I just want to paste another wall, and I'm going to use it to make this side wall. Now, all I need to do for this one is rotate it 90 degrees. Okay? And then I can slide that back into position. All right. And again, I'm looking over here. I'm just kind of watching. Okay, so that 0, it says it's lined up with that corner really well. But down here, it tells me that it's a 0.5 millimeter different. And you can see that 0.5 millimeter over here. I want those corners lined up. So I can just hit 0 and it shifts everything over the 0.5 millimeter just like I wanted. And now I'm going to come over to this side and I'm just going to bring that back in. And now I have my walls beginning to be created. So I can do that all the way around my house. Now that I have my outside walls finished, I want to look at my interior walls. So if I look back at my floor plan, I can start to create these walls. So I know that I'm going to have a wall here that's 30 feet, and then another one that's 30 feet here. So again, I can select any wall. I already know this one's going to be 30 because it was part of, it's going to match that other side. So I can just go copy and paste, and I want to move it 30 millimeters this way. Now, because my ruler's on this corner down here, this shows me how far away this wall is from that point. And so it makes it really easy for me to just go to 30 right there. And now I can copy, paste again from this wall. And I'm just going to match it up with, oops, let's turn that back to 0. And you can see that I'm just slightly off here. So I'm going to put it back to, I know that's going to be 30. Well, let's overlap it. So it's going to make it 29. Okay. And to change this one, all I'm going to do is get that little black dot, not the white, the little black one, and I'm going to pull it down, and guess what? It becomes 31 because we're overlapping slightly, okay? But inside I have a 30-meter area, and you can start to see how this matches my garage area. Now I'm going to get another side wall here. I'm going to build this wall right here that tells me I have a 16 millimeter wall right there, 16-foot wall. And I'm just going to bring it over and match it up with right here. Oh, that's a little off. So again, I'm going to go 43 just to get it that extra half millimeter. Okay. And you can even change that down here to, 0.5 millimeters so that you could just manually move it. And this just tells me every time I move it, it's going to move 1 millimeter. Now, I want to close this room off. So again, I'm going to just take this wall that's already facing that direction, copy, paste. I'm going to move it to, you can see how I got that little overlap there. So this is where I can change to half a millimeter, and then it's going to move it over half a millimeter. It's kind of nice. And I know this is going to be 26. I can type in 26, and guess what? Puts it right up against this wall here. So now I have that. I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of my house. Okay, now that I have my rooms kind of built out and my walls where I want them to be, now I can start adding either windows or doorways. And I'm just going to use the basic box hole shape. And I am just going to go ahead and make this like a 4-foot wide. All right, and then this doesn't even have to be very deep. I was saying 4 by 4 by, we'll just say 4 box. Now I'm going to get this, raise it off of the ground, probably, let's see here, about 4 millimeters. So 4 by 4 by 4. So I got all these 4s here. Now, anywhere I put this box, okay, is going to be a window. Okay, and then again, I can just copy, paste, and then I can just move this over maybe wherever I want it. Again, copy, paste. If I want like a bigger window over here, then that's, again, I can just grab that little black dot, say, all right, we're going to do a big window right there. Let's say I want just a couple big windows across the back here. So again, copy, paste, and I can just rotate this 90 degrees. All right, and then I can just put those anywhere I would like. So for my garage, I'm going to say, actually, I want, I'm going to need something a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go 7, and then I'm going to make it just 1 because it's going to be on the ground and I don't want it to cut out everything. So I had a 30 millimeter garage. All right, I'm actually going to go maybe 1.5. Whoops. 1.5 thickness. Okay. Just so I can kind of see it a little bit better. But now I'm going to make this 24. Okay. And when I've gotten all my windows in where I want them, then I can just select everything and then combine the holes. Okay. And now I have windows. All right. You would do this continually for each doorway that you would want. All right. So doorways, let me just show you a doorway. So again, our ceiling's 8 feet tall. So we're just going to say we're going to do about maybe 6.5. And we're going to actually, we want to go 6 down. And then we're going to raise this off the ground. Okay, 1 millimeter. And then we're going to make this 4. And we're just going to call it a 4 by 3. Okay, so 4 by 3, 1 millimeter off the ground, 6 millimeters tall. All right, and now I can just fit this doorway wherever I need my doorway. Again, I'm going to copy, paste. So that goes into my bedroom. This one's going to go into my bathroom. Paste another one. All right, this one's going to go into, a guest bathroom. So, and then again, let's see, and then I need probably one more for the main door. Just make sure that it breaks through both sides. Then I can drag and select all of those things, and I group my shapes together, and now I have doorways. Okay, so you can make anything that you want there. Okay, and then I think, let's see, there's even structures and scenery. So let's just say, oh, hey, I want like a tree. Okay, you can even add trees to your architecture. Okay, if that's something you want to do. Now, because this is a really small model, all right, when we're all the way done, okay, we want to just scale this up. Get rid of this tree. Okay, we just want to scale it up. So I'm just going to multiply everything here by 2. So I'm going to go 140 by 100. Now I have a bigger scale model of my floor plan. Okay. Oh, and don't forget the height. Almost forgot the height. So my height currently is 9. So let's take that up to 18. Okay, much better. Now you can see how my house and you can look through the floor plan and see how everything's going to kind of fit out. Okay? And that's what you got to do.